The Monkey is a film about a monkey, obviously. The film is about a toy monkey, and every time someone turns the key on the back of this monkey, the monkey raises its hand, turns a drumstick, and beats on the drum. And then a sequence of events happen, ending with a horrible death. This is an absurd idea. A toy monkey that causes people to suffer horrible deaths is an absurd idea. If this was a cartoon, people would have bought it. A horror film, though, with this concept, that's a harder sell. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's a harder sell. This film, however, is not a straightforward horror film. Osgood Perkins, the director of the film, crafts a dark and twisted and very amusing film about this toy monkey that causes deaths. And because the film doesn't take itself too seriously, because there's so much dry humor injected into this film, because the film is bizarre and funny, it ends up being pretty kick-ass. Stephen King's The Monkey is a short story collected in a book called The Skeleton Crew. If you want to buy the book on Amazon, click the link in the description, you'll be taken there. I haven't read the short story yet, so I don't know how it's written. But being somewhat familiar with Stephen King's work, I'm quite certain the tone of the film is not the tone that the short story takes. But Stephen King himself has said that the adaptation is batshit insane and adds he admires the adaptation. So I've got no complaints. Here's how the story goes. Hal and Petey are two brothers who stumble upon a toy monkey that kills people. The two then decide to bury the monkey in a well. Except years later, the monkey returns and starts killing people again. The brothers now have to deal with the killings, the mayhem, and the monkey itself. This is a fun movie, I think, and there are a bunch of deaths in the film, all very gory. There's blood all over the place, and almost all the deaths are a joy to watch. The chef slicing the woman's head off, the pawn shop owner who gets impaled on the harpoon gun, the realtor who gets shot thanks to a gun in the closet, and there's so much blood after that. The aunt who gets impaled on a for sale sign outside her house. They're just all glorious deaths. All these deaths, they're really over the top and extreme and unnatural, but they're just so much fun in a very bleak sort of way. And that really is the tone of the film, this unique tone that Osgood Perkins brings to this film. The way the film looks like there's going to be another funny moment coming up on screen right now, and the way these kills are executed in a very dry yet laugh out loud manner. And this tone, it's mixed with a sense of dread, of horror. And I think I like this tone. Look, I'm not entirely sure I buy into this combination. On paper, comedy and horror seem like a great combination. Evil Dead, Planet Terror, Shaun of the Dead, all great horror films, all comedies. But for some reason here, the mashup of genres made me pause. I like the film, I liked it. I liked the over-the-top approach. I liked the humor it was trying to project. But the merging of the horror and the comedy, I don't know if I liked it as much as I could have. Don't get me wrong, I certainly buy into this vision Osgood Perkins has for the film. The tone, the lighthearted darkness, I like all of it. But something just seemed off about it. I'm saying this over and over again. I liked the film. I loved it. It was great. It was a treat to watch. At the end, I don't understand the end. Not entirely. So at the end of the film, the lead and his son are driving down the road. They come across a ghostly man of sorts riding a horse. And I understand that's death, one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Conquest, war, famine, and death. I don't really know much about the lore behind the four horsemen. I don't know anything about their stories or what their purpose is, other than the very elementary school understanding of their function. So, Hal nodding at the horsemen, I didn't quite understand what that means. I'd offer you my understanding at this moment, but it's going to be muddled and it's going to be stupid. And I don't really want you guys to think I'm stupid, so I'll skip. But the hero sees death, he nods at death, and death just gallops away. I'm not entirely sure what that was. I don't understand the significance of this interaction. Is he saying now that I have the monkey, I'm one of your agents? Or what? What does this scene signify? I don't understand. The other thing I don't understand is the whole town dying. Clearly because of what Petey, the evil brother, did by turning the monkey's key. But when did he turn the key so many times? How did he turn it so many times? How did so many people die? Briefcase man pinned to the tree by a surfboard. The woman with a flaming baby stroller. Kids in the bus who are decapitated by the truck. What the hell caused so many deaths? These two questions, they sort of left me somewhat confused about the ending. I still enjoyed the film though. In spite of the final few moments of confusion, I still enjoyed the film. It was a fun film, confusing tones, but fun. And those are my thoughts about The Monkey. Did you watch the film? If you've not, go watch it as soon as you can. If you did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.